Well, hello enemies book lovers. My name is Ash and welcome back to my channel. We are here for another installment. Well, it's my only other installment. There's only gonna be two. This is the second one of giving authors a second chance. I will hopefully get to some books in this vlog, 2 books in this vlog actually, where I will read and hope that I enjoy the books. Now, I do have some hope for one of them, not so much for the other one, so let's just talk about those 2 books. You already know what they are, so let's just get into them really quickly. The first one I'm going to be reading for this vlog is going to be The Love Hypothesis. This is by Ali Hazelwood. This is a very popular book featuring Adam and Olive, who are in the STEM field, in the scientific field, and they fake date. They kind of try to pretend that they're together so that they can trick Olive's friend, and also Adam has his own reasons, but we follow them and their romance that eventually blooms. Adam is not her teacher, which is really good. I'm glad to hear that. Someone mentioned that in my comment section. Thank you so much for clearing that up because I was a little bit worried for a second, I'll be honest with you. So Olive wants to pretend that she's dating someone, so she kisses the first person she sees, and the first person she sees is Adam himself. So I am excited to see if I will like this. I think I might actually enjoy this one. There is a decent chance, I'll be honest, there is a chance I will like this book because it has some concepts I enjoy. I like fake dating. I like the whole pining. I'm hoping he'll pine for her. This is also, I think, Grumpy Sunshine. He is like a little bit grumpy and serious, but she's a little bit less and more carefree. So I'm hoping I will like that because I usually like Grumpy Sunshine. And I'm hoping that he'll be like grumpy except for with her. Like he'll be like a soft inside while grumpy around other people. I love that too. Like a guy that has like a hard interior until he's with the person he loves and then he gets all like soft inside. And that's like my favorite character. So I'm hoping I will enjoy this one because this one has the most potential. Out of all 4 books I've read for this kind of project, this is the one I think has the most potential for me. It is a romance, so that's always a bit easier. It's contemporary, which I don't usually read, but I like a lot of the concepts within this book, so I'm really hoping I will enjoy it. The book I read before this from Ali Hazelwood was Bride. I think I might have given it like a 3 stars or something like that. I'll let you know later on if I'm wrong, but I liked it. Not for me, so I decided to just give her most popular book a try, the one that kind of got her to this point, Ali Hazelwood, so hoping I will like this one. So Ali Hazelwood, Love Hypothesis is the first one for this project, but the second one you'll be seeing later half of this video, maybe a bit longer. I feel like the longer portion of this video is going to be the next book because I feel like I'm going to do a rant review or like ramble about it as I read it. And you already know what this is. This is Credence by Penelope Douglas. I cannot believe my library had a copy of this book because I don't know why. I feel like I should not be holding this book. It feels like sometimes it's a sin just to hold it, but here we are. I don't really want to talk too much about what Credence is about because it's a lot in once, but our female protagonist in the story loses her parents, I think, goes to like a cottage with her step-uncle and then his sons, and unfortunately things progress through that encounter and a lot of familiar ties begin, except they're way too close together. I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit nervous about this one. I have heard mixed things, mostly negative things. Even people who love like taboo, dark romances. This is more of a taboo romance, but the more like taboo romance readers, even they don't love this book, which makes me scared. But I'm actually kind of excited about it because you know what? This is going to be fun and chaotic and we're here for that. So you're probably going to see in the later half of this video me talking a lot about this book. It's probably going to be the majority of this video because I probably will ramble and talk about how horrible or good it is depending on how chaotic my brain is. We'll find out if I like this or not. But that being said, I don't have high hopes. Sometimes it's just fun to read something and get a little bit mad at it and be in control of your madness, okay? I didn't say I was perfect. No one here is perfect, are we? No. So anyway, Credence is my second choice for the next part of the video. I might be completely estranged and enjoy this book. And if I do, you know what? Good for me, okay? And if you like this book, good for you. I'm actually not mad about it. If you like this book, if you like this kind of stuff, you're nasty, but also I am too. So you know what? Welcome to the club. But before we start that, I'm going to be reading The Love Hypothesis. I will be reading this hopefully tonight, and then a little bit in the morning I'll update you. So I'll talk to you soon and see what ends up happening. I don't think I'm going to be doing much B-roll this time around, unless I do some hobbies. If I do hobbies, I'll let you know. But other than the hobbies, I'm probably just going to be relaxing this week. So we're going to get a lot of reading done this week. Hopefully you are too. If not, then thank you for watching. I do always appreciate it. You guys are amazing, so thank you for being here. With that in mind, let's go and start The Love Hypothesis. Ali Hazelwood, don't disappoint me. Wait, Olive is Canadian? Girl, same. Oh my god. Something in common for once. You're currently on top of my toaster. How does it feel? Are you being toasted? Anyway, I just dipped my hair in my tea. Hi, it's the next morning. Good morning, at least to me. It is 10 a.m. I did sleep in a little bit because I think I had around 14 hours of migraines, and then last night I still had the migraine, so I'm hoping that they'll change. I do get hormonal migraines. Hopefully it doesn't happen today, fingers crossed. Now, I only read 50 pages of the I only read 50 pages of the Love Hypothesis, so not a lot has been read yet, but how do I feel about it so far? I think I'm liking it. Only been 50 pages, mind you, but I think I'm enjoying it, which is a good sign. Barely even made a dent. But there's a few positives. There's only like one negative. Let me talk about the negative first. And I already kind of knew about this because Ali Hazelwood does this often. And that is the whole, he's so giant, he's so big, he's so tall, has big hands. She mentions his hands, I think like 3 times now. And how tall he is, probably about 5 times now. It is a little bit annoyingly monotonous. And I find it to be irritating myself because I don't really care about like really, really tall men. My boyfriend's the same height as me. And I don't really see the appeal. Like I get it a little bit, just a smidge. There's like this huge romanticization of tall men in books, especially romance books, and the guys are always like 6'5" or something. I don't mind, like let's just have some guys that are the same height as the main character. Like come on, let's please. I just want to see that representation in the books, okay? Not every single man is a skyscraper. It's fine if they are, but I just don't want to be reminded every 10 seconds of how small Olive is. She's so short and small and petite, and Adam is so big and giant and tall. And I get it, but stop, please. It's like one of the only gripes I have right now. But other than that, I'm actually quite enjoying it. I will say that like the way that it starts, I really enjoy because it starts off right away. No spoilers as to how this all happens, but I will talk about vaguely about what happens in the first chapter. So if you don't want to know, don't listen. But the first chapter, the first sentence is them already kissing. So this literally starts off the book with chapter 1, the first sentence. So I like how it just starts off really quickly. You don't have to worry about waiting like 100 pages for them to even get to know each other or like meet each other. It happens instantaneously, and I actually prefer that myself because it gives more time for the book to kind of have them get together for real and actually get to know each other and actually fall for each other. And so that's why she ends up kissing Adam, because he is the first person that she sees and she just kisses him, and it's like, oops, now we have the fake date. Honestly, I kind of enjoy the aspect of it. I do like fake dating. I think if it's done well, especially. If it's not done well, it's not always the best. It's like any romance trope. If it's not done well, not a fan of it. But in this circumstance, I'm actually kind of liking the concepts of it. And obviously, Adam is a doctor. He is one of the faculty members of this school. She's a student, but she is not one of his students. And I actually do enjoy the fact that they kind of talk about that. So first of all, when she kisses him, they do talk about the fact that that was kind of technically essay, like that wasn't technically asked for. He didn't say yes, he didn't consent, and so there is discussion around that. And there's also discussion around the fact that he technically is a faculty member, and so that could be problematic. And so I actually enjoy the fact that there is dialogue around this between the characters. It makes it actually seem realistic and actually pretty important to talk about. So I do like the fact that that is discussed in this book. At this point though, they're kind of just starting to fake date, and people are starting to find out, and now it's going to be this huge thing they have to pretend to do, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. Like I just got around to that point where she's talking to Adam about this, and we have to hold this facade now because of the fact that everyone thinks it's real, and so it will benefit both of us at this point, so why not just continue it? And so I've been really liking that aspect of it. I think I do like this more than Bride as of right now. It's only been 50 pages, it might change, but as of right this moment, it seems like I might like it more than Bride, which is a good sign. So I'm hoping that'll be the case. I'm on chapter 3. I actually like the little hypothesis in the beginning. It's kind of cute, so I want to continue it and see what happens. I have no plans for today. I hope I don't have a migraine again. I wanted to go back to the gym. Oh, let me talk about this because this is like real life stuff, okay? So I've been like sedentary for half a decade now, and it's been really bad for my health, like literal health and mental health, but also physical health. I've been like sore a lot of the time. I'm only 31 years old and I'm always sore. My back is always sore, my shoulders, my neck. I get headaches. I'm not doing well. I think it's because of my sedentary lifestyle, and I really want to go to the gym and walk more and stuff, but I feel like a lot of time it's just really hard to do. Like motivation, lack of motivation is one of the biggest reasons, but also a little bit of depression, if you know what I mean. And I just deal with that all the time, but I really want to get that out. Like I want to get rid of that. Well, not get rid of depression, you can't just get rid of it, but I want to like get it better in that regard. I think if I were to go to the gym more often and try to exercise, I would get better, but it's just so hard to feel motivated to do that. So if you are someone that's struggling with the same thing as me, either being sedentary, not wanting to do exercise, if you just don't feel like it's in you and you just don't want to, and it's really hard for you, I completely understand you, and I'm going to try my best to do better. So in the vlog, I'm hoping in this project, I will try to do better in that regard, so you can kind of watch me hopefully go to the gym and do things, help myself, and if not, I'll let you know. But it's a very difficult thing to deal with. I know it's really hard. Depression is so debilitating. So if you are dealing with it, I am so sorry. You do not deserve it. If you are dealing with any chronic pain or pain in general, I am so sorry. It is horrible. So I'm hoping that my headache and migraine aren't going to be too bad, but I kind of want to exercise at home if I can't do it at the gym today. I'm already kind of having a headache right here. I took an Advil. My migraines usually don't go away no matter what I do. I get really bad like ice pick headaches and migraines like behind my eye. So I will see what happens if I end up getting better or not. So I'll update you, even though this is more like a health update kind of thing, but I'm curious because I think that it's good to talk about mental health, realize that you're not alone. I deal with it a lot. That's why I think BookTube is really hard for me to kind of keep myself accountable with, because sometimes I just don't feel well mentally and it's just hard to upload, but I do my best. And so I do what I can here and, you know, all that fun stuff. You know, I try to do my best here on YouTube and post when I can and talk to you guys. You guys are awesome and I always love spending time with you guys and kind of just getting to know you all because you guys are awesome. It's such a blessing to have met so many of you, and you guys are amazing and so kind, and you literally have helped my mental health so much because you guys are just so nice to me, and it's just so nice to meet so amazing people. So thank you for helping me feel a little bit better from day to day. I do appreciate it. But moving on from that, my back and my neck have been really sore lately, so I'm gonna take some stretches and do a little bit of exercise, like little steps maybe, like at home steps. I don't have any treadmills or anything, so I'll just do some like sad steps in one spot. It's very sad, but you know what? It's better than nothing. It's way too hot to be walking outside, so we're gonna walk on the spot. That's better than nothing. And then I'm going to read more of the Love Hypothesis. So I am very much excited to continue this one. I'm having a great time. If I read any good quotes, anything interesting will happen, I will come back to you and show you, because I definitely want to share my kind of feelings and thoughts as I read this book. I'm really hoping I will continue to enjoy it because I want one of these books in this project to go well. I want to give at least a 4-star rating to one of these books, and this is one of the only ones I think may have that chance. So fingers crossed this is the one. Let's find out. I'm gonna continue it. Let's go. I have 2 books on the go right now, so I'm going to be continuing those very shortly. So I'm going to be reading this for the vlog, not Paladin's Grace, but I am reading both of these at the same time because I'd like to do that to myself for some reason. But I am going to work out and exercise in my room. I have a standing desk, so right now you're standing on my standing desk. Hi. And I have my exercise outfit on, my workout clothes on. So I'm going to do a little bit of exercises while I watch BookTube and get a little bit of that in case I can't go to the gym later. I tend to get my headaches in the afternoon for some reason, so in case I get a migraine later, I'm going to exercise now in my room and have a good time. Do some exercises, some stretches, some steps, all that fun stuff, and then I will read The Love Hypothesis. So let's go and do that. I'm not gonna film myself because, like I said, I'm a little self-conscious about it, so imagine me actually recording myself working out. That sounds like the worst thing I can do to myself. So anyway, I will come back to you soon when I actually read the book and see if I actually get some exercise done today. I should be. I'm already dressed for it. If I don't do it at this point, I'm gonna be disappointed in myself. So I'll be back soon when I actually read. You guys, oh my god. Oh my god. Olive is from Toronto? Olive is from Toronto? Are you freaking kidding me? Am I her? Just kidding, I'm not that smart, but I'm like a stupid version of her. Oh my god, I love this. Like, she's like Demi, I think, too. We are one and the same, but I am the one without a brain. yeah. I cannot believe it. So cool. I'm on chapter 20. I'm going to freak out. Oh my god. I can't do this. I can't do this. I love when men love. Like, I just love it when men love this deeply. I can't do it. Today is officially August 18th, and I have finished The Love Hypothesis. I kind of wish I filmed myself more reacting to things because honestly, I was having reactions. Maybe I'll put some reactions of me when I was on live stream yesterday because I was having a great time. I was having some ups and downs, mostly ups, but a few downs. And it was a wild time. So considering all this, did I enjoy this book? Well, yes, I did. This was a very fun and easy time. I enjoyed my time reading it. It had some really cute moments. It had some maybe a little bit frustrating moments, but I had a great time regardless. I really liked a lot of the concepts. I liked the little like banter between them. I like how he was just like soft and sweet to her, even though he was kind of like a hard exterior. Just, I love that so much. And the fact that he was pining for her for so long. He has such a hard exterior that it looked like he maybe wasn't into her, but he just was bad at showing it, and I just love the concept. You liked her for so long and just didn't say anything, and like she was second guessing, which was kind of annoying. Like she kind of lied a few times and it was kind of frustrating, but I had a great time. I had fun with it. What am I going to give this book? Well, I'm going to give it a 4 stars. So for me, that's really good. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. I knew that there was a chance because I like a lot of the concepts in this book. There's a lot of like little tiny tropes and stuff between it, but I still enjoyed my time reading it. Now, I liked it. I love the couple. I like Adam and Olive. They're really sweet. Olive, I see myself in her a little bit. Adam, I like that hard exterior. Though I will complain about 1 or 2 things. Obviously, the tall thing was very annoying. I think it's a little bit overdone. And she's 5'8". Olive is 5'8". She's not even that short. She's taller than me. And like, unless a man is 7 feet tall, it shouldn't be that bad. Like, let me think. Like, I can reach almost to the ceiling. So if she can't reach his shoulders and neck, I don't know what that means to her. Either she has really short arms or he's 7 feet plus tall. So I doubt that. So it's just like a little bit too much. I didn't really care for the whole scientific like STEM aspect. I think it was really cool to have that in a book. I think it was really important to talk about that, especially in like male dominated fields. Things happen with Olive, and I think it's really realistic from a standpoint of women in a male dominated field. I think that was a really important subject matter, but I just wasn't really like loving it. It wasn't something that was, oh my gosh, I love to learn about this information. I love to kind of like enrapture myself in science and stuff. I love science, but it doesn't really do anything for me in regards to the actual romance itself. I think it was an important topic though, but it wasn't something that I was just like adoring. It wasn't something that I was fascinated in, but it was interesting, I guess, enough. I don't know if I'm ever going to read more of Ali Hazelwood's works in regards to the other like STEM books, other kind of like science heavy books with romance in it. I think they might be a little bit too similar to me for me to enjoy it. But there is a book. What is she doing? I don't know if it's going to be a full-on novel. It was announced like 7 weeks ago, and I don't see anything on Goodreads about it. It was on her Instagram, but the cover got me interested. I'll put it right here. And I was kind of interested in it. But although it's a megaverse, which I like a megaverse, but I didn't love Bride. So I'm a little bit hesitant if I will like this one. I forgot what I gave Bride. I will put it down below right here at the bottom of my screen. I think I maybe given it like a 3 stars. So this was a whole rating above that, and that's a great sign for me. So I enjoyed my time with Ali Hazelwood this time around. I think I will continue more of her work in the future. Again, I'm not sure about like the other STEM books because they might be too similar. Let me know if they're like really similar or not, but I might just put like some time in between it. So maybe like in another year from now, I'll try another one of her works that is from like, you know, this kind of thing. So I liked it. It was fun. The smut scenes, people said that they were really cringy. I kind of liked them. Like there was some cringy lines. I'm not gonna lie about that. There were some things that were said. I'm like, what? Like the whole like putting her whole, you know, chest piece in his mouth. I'm like, wait, what? Like how big is this guy's mouth? It was not a very good visual. It kind of ruined that one scene, but it was still good. Like I still enjoyed my time reading it. He's Adam. I like him a lot. So just like the way he cared for her, the way he was worried about her, it's so cute. And then he made sure that she was eating and stuff, like just like the simple little things. So 4 stars for The Love Hypothesis. This is the only book so far that has been successful. So I am happy with this. I don't get 5 stars very often. So 4 stars for me is very good. That being said though, I have one more book, and this might be mild spoilers. There might be a spoiler section at the end because I might want to start rambling about things, but for the most part the first little bit of this will be non-spoilers about the next book, but it might eventually devolve into a rant review / rant reaction kind of thing. We'll see what happens. I might enjoy it, and if I do enjoy it, like I said before, I would very much question my own sanity. And again, if you like this book, that's fine, but also you may want to question your sanity too. I mean, I've read taboo romances before, I've read dark romances before, and yes, I have enjoyed some very interesting books. I'm not going to talk about them right now, but I've enjoyed weird books before, so there's a chance I might like this one. And of course, we already know what it is. That's Credence by Penelope Douglas. I read Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. I didn't love it. I think I also gave it like a 3.5. I liked ideas, and I didn't hate it, but like, I don't like when the character is underage, and there's like stuff that happens in that regard. And also the main character in Corrupt just didn't deserve anything that happened to her. So this was going to be my next decision. Again, not a good decision, but a decision I made, and I don't know if I'll regret it. I think I will. I don't know if I want to talk about what this book is about. Again, I've talked about it a few times already, so I'm not going to talk too in detail as to what this book is about. It speaks for itself as to what this one is about. Tiernan is the main character of this book. I think that's her name, and her parents pass away, and so she has to like grieve and figure all that out, and so she moves in to like a cabin in like a secluded area with her step uncle and his 2 sons, I think it is. And let's just say family ties get a little bit knotted up and together, like, you know, like family strings are starting to cross, you know what I mean? So I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I know it's technically not blood related. I really hope not, at least. I have read romances with like stepdads and stuff before. So this isn't like completely, oh my God, Ashley, what are you reading? I've done this before. I have. But this, I've heard very mixed things, mostly negative. I think it has like a 3.6 rating on Goodreads. So I don't have high hopes, but I have something. I have fears and I have questions. So I think I'll go into this getting those answered. I should be reading around 100 pages a day. 135 pages for this book. Why is this so long? I'm gonna assume there's a lot of smut scenes, because why else is this so long? I mean, character development maybe? I don't know why I'm even expecting that, but here we are. So he takes guardianship of her and moves into the mountains of Colorado to live with Jake is the step uncle, and he has 2 sons, Noah and Caleb. Oh, I'm scared. Tiernan quickly learns that these men now have to say what she chooses to care for and not care for. As the 3 men take Tiernan under their wing, she slowly finds her place amongst them. She definitely finds her place amongst them. So the uncle is biologically not her uncle. Still weird, but it's not as bad as it could be, right? But the uncle, like the step uncle, like her father's brother, has 2 sons. That means that her step uncle and the 2 sons are going to do things together? Like in the same room? This is just weird. I'm a little concerned. I also believe that there's also like, she's about to turn 18, but she's not yet, which also terrifies me. I hate that so much. And also, how old is Jake? I don't know, man. I don't like the whole like, oh, she's 18 and he's like 40. No, that sounds like a crime. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm a little bit terrified. I will do reactions and stuff. This might be a bit longer, this portion of the video. I do apologize. I will try not to talk too much. It will definitely happen though. Again, mild spoilers in the beginning, like very hinted small things I will try not to talk too much about. But later in the video, I might start to do a ramble reaction kind of thing, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold back on this book. We'll see what happens. I might like this book. Mark my words, if there's a chance, there's a small chance. I'm gonna start this book today. I'm scared, but let's see how this goes. Oh, lovely. I never sat around trying to make weird ideas. I just let my mind wander, thinking of things that sparked my imagination. And I wondered if I could write ideas in a way that understood. To date, Credence is the scariest time I ever took that challenge. Honestly, I think this is the scariest book I've ever read. So you know what? She's not wrong. And what do you mean I never sat around to make weird ideas? And yet she made this. She made this. I'm on page 100. I really hope this isn't him. I hope this is not Caleb. A guy just got introduced. I hope it's not Caleb, because he's trying to do things with her right now. He didn't even say anything to her. They just met. And he is... Okay. She's literally telling him to stop. Like, she's like, stop. And he's not stopping. Okay, honestly, good for her. She literally slapped him and she said, can't you effing understand? When someone tells you to stop, you stop. Good for you, but also, ew. She said stop at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times at least. And he didn't listen. Wait, what? Okay, this might be a spoiler, but what? Caleb doesn't speak? That's interesting, but also I don't really care because he's horrible. So like, I don't feel bad at all for him. I mean, that sucks. He's probably went through a lot, but that does not excuse his behavior. Like, we don't excuse men's behavior just because they have a bad backstory, all right? Disgusting. He almost went all the way with her, and she's 17 and he's like 23. That's nasty. That's disgusting. I finished the first 100 pages. So far, I'm safe from any smut. I'll tell you about this tomorrow. I'll tell you my thoughts about this tomorrow. Every 100 pages, I'll tell you how I feel. Tomorrow is the first update, so I'll tell you my actual update tomorrow. For now, I'm just gonna have dinner and just think about this for a minute. Maybe I don't really want to, but I will anyway. Hi. A few things to talk about. For one, I haven't been doing great with my exercise. I've been kind of like up and down with my moods and hormones. It's been really hard for me. So I should go on a walk today. I should go to the gym today. I don't know if I'll do either of those things. I don't know. I just really want to though, because like I just feel like this lifestyle is actually going to, my life is going to be shortened because of this lifestyle. And so I need to actually, you know, do things and do the work. But it's just been a little bit rough because my brain doesn't care enough, even though I want to care. So hopefully I can get into a healthier lifestyle. It's a whole thing. I'm not really gonna get into it in this video because this is a different video and we're not getting into that. But it's been a bit rough, you guys. I haven't been doing great. Some days are better than others, as usual. I really just need to get up and do things, you know? I just need to go up, go to the gym, go out on a walk. It's nice outside right now. I should go on a walk. I just don't really feel the energy to get ready and go. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I think I'm just gonna like exercise in my room. I only have a few hours though, so let's see how much time I actually use for that, because the other time I want to use is for reading Credence. Now, I'm okay, I'm fine. I'm just trying to like, you know, get stuff done. Hopefully I will update you and do some b-roll of me going out on a walk and doing things, maybe going to the gym. That'd be really good, you know, if I actually went and did that. But until then, I'd probably take my glasses off because the glare is very annoying, so I'll take these off. But we are here for one thing, and that is Credence. I've only read 100 pages of this book, so I've not much to talk about. I will say I'm already cringing, I'm already feeling uncomfortable, and it's only just began. You know, I don't know how I feel about this. No, I know how I feel about this. I don't really like it that much, though I am curious as to what's going to happen. Jake is the uncle. He's almost, I think he's around like early 40s. And the way that he's like eyeing her up and stuff is really, really creepy. Like, this is your 17-year-old supposed niece. And we know that in the beginning of the book, he was like with another like 22, 23-year-old. So we just know that this man really likes younger women, but it's creepy. You know, if that's a red flag for me. Like, I don't like Jake. The sons are strange enough, you know, like they're in their 20s. Noah is 20. So I almost don't really feel as weirded out by, because I mean, she's 17, she's about to be 18. It's still weird. Don't get me wrong. But at least he's only like 2 years and a few months older than her compared to the other two, although even the other one is only like 23. Still weird though. A 23-year-old should not have anything to do with a 17-year-old, but a 40-year-old man with a 17-year-old, what? Even weird and creepy, okay? I tapped this part and it was really weird. So I guess I'm gonna be going to vague spoilers. I'm gonna try not to do anything heavy, but there's a part where Jake has a POV and he says, I don't need her to stay. It's no skin off my nose if she leaves. I can forbid her from leaving if I want to, for no reason other than to burn of my exceeding supply of frustration with her father, to make her work off his debt to me, to F her life up just a little bit, to make her ... And then she licks her lips and his breath catches for a moment and he's like, if I were a worse man. So this man is already thirsting for her. This is really creepy. I'm just saying, if it weren't for Jake being a part of this, it wouldn't be as creepy. It's still weird. But why don't authors just age up their characters? The reason why in this case is because he has custody over Tiernan because she's under the age of 18. That doesn't make it like better though. It makes it worse. Like why couldn't she just be 20 or something and she just had to go with a family member because she couldn't afford to live on her own or something? It could have just been easier. It could have been simpler. It could have been less creepy. But no, we have to have a 17-year-old. She's 10 months from turning 18 and she's going to be snowed in with them in 8 months. I already know what's going to potentially happen and I'm not looking forward to it. I will say I kind of don't hate Noah. Again though, it is still weird, but at least he's only like 2 years older, although still 17 is still like a lot different than a 20-year-old. There's 3 evils. I'm just choosing the lesser evil of the 3. Like the 20-year-old doesn't look as bad as the 40-year-old, okay? I can't help myself. I already kind of showed you my reaction to Caleb. I was actually looking forward to him, but unfortunately I kind of found out that he was also kind of a weirdo. So that's unfortunate. I was actually looking forward to him the most. And then he just came in and it's okay, we're only on the first 100 pages. There's way worse about to happen. I have the next 100 pages, which I already know is going to be worse. I'm intrigued by Caleb because of the fact that he has a past and there's something that's kind of up with him. I'm not gonna really say anything about it because again, we're in the vague spoiler territory. So there's something happening with Caleb. So I am kind of like curious as to how that's going to like pan out and why. We're gonna just read this. We're gonna read another 100 pages. I'm going to be joining sprints. I think Jess is sprinting, so I'm gonna join her sprints and read this. And then I'm also gonna be sprinting this on Friday. I just have a bad feeling. I'm gonna be reading it in the throes of probably a lot of things, so it's going to be a very interesting sprints on Friday. But today is currently Wednesday, and again, 100 pages to go today, so let's just get this done, get this started. I will exercise first and get that stuff done first, and I will come back to you when I am ready. I am nervous, but let's just do this. Let's just do this. This man is a walking contradiction. This is what Jake says. He's a contradiction. You're still a girl and you still need some raising. First of all, ew. The next sentence he says, you know what he says? You should stay. It's nice having a woman in the house. So he says, you're still a girl. You need to be raised. And then he says, it's nice to have a woman in the house. Those are contradicting statements, my man. Also, ew, not my man. A man. Also, the fact that she's 17. She's still a girl, in my opinion. Like, a child to me, in my point of view, okay? Like, I'm 30. He's a decade older than me, almost a decade older than me. I already have a boyfriend, but if I didn't have a boyfriend and he was under the age of like 24, no, that's like a child to me. Why am I acting like this is a surprise? I knew what was going to happen going into this book, and I only read 4 pages since I updated you last. Let me go and read more. You know, I hate to admit it, but there are moments where I'm kind of like, but then I remember she's 17. And that kind of ruins it. That kind of ruins it, you know what I mean? Like, she's young, yeah. I shouldn't like a single thing of this. I hate that I even like consider it, but then again, I remember that she's 17. I'm on chapter 8. I'm on chapter 8. I think it's gonna get worse soon. Yeah, for sure. I already know it's going to get worse. People keep warning me, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next. You've got no idea how to work inside of a unit. Be part of a team, a family. You're the kid, I'm the adult. You do as you're told. You're the kid, I'm the adult. And yet, man, you still look at her like that. You are not you, but he is disgusting. Jake, jail time. Jake needs to go to jail. That's all I'm gonna say. Wednesday the 20th of August. I am almost done my 100-page quota. I think I actually have to read like 110 pages every single day to catch up. So I'm almost at my 100-page quota. I am on chapter 11 though, which I'm pretty sure is like the first, I think I looked at like a thing and it was like, that was like the first slightly spicy chapter, and I'm honestly afraid, like genuinely afraid, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I kind of like hate a lot of the aspects of this book. I mean, Jake, who's the uncle or step uncle, is constantly mentioning how she's like young, she's a girl, like he literally references her to that. And Noah, who is like the 20-year-old, the one that I feel like isn't the worst one, also is a bit creepy. He even said this in his own head, this must be how it feels to have a sister. And then within like the next few pages, he's thinking of her in a weird way. And I'm like, okay, you have a very strange feeling about family, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, what is wrong with these people? Like, I just read this and I'm just like uncomfortable in a lot of ways. Like, they constantly reference her age, constantly reference that she's like a girl and she can't do these things. And like when men are interested in her and come up to her, they get mad at her, even though they're with women every single day. And it's just like, it's getting a bit much for me. That being said though, I actually like the fact that Tiernan, the female character, actually stands up for herself in this book. Like, she actually will say to them, you have a double standard, you get to sleep with a bunch of people, and I can't even be with one person. And they're all like, oh yeah, because you're ours, like you belong to us. Like, says who? You? Because that's not good enough. But I like that she stands up for herself. I feel like she is at such an emotional part of her life though, that like they're taking advantage of her in my opinion, because she's going through so much emotionally with her parents passing away and everything that came with that, and just they don't care. Like, they're not taking care of her the way they should be. And it feels like this book could have been a really sweet thing. Like, I feel like the way that they treat her sometimes is like actually kind of sweet and endearing, and I kind of like it. But then they start to like look at her in a very sensual way, and then it makes me uncomfortable because obviously they're her family. So ew. I'm reading chapter 11 now, or about to, and this is when I'm about to be a little bit afraid. So let me read chapter 11 and then stop for today and just not think about this book for the rest of the day. Why does she have to say that? Why does she have to say, no, Uncle Jake? What is it? Ew! Why does she have to call him uncle? Like, there's no reason for that. There's no reason for it. It's like they don't even know each other. She doesn't even like, it's step uncle. Like, she could just call him by his name, Jake. Why do you have to call him Uncle Jake? I wanna like inwardly cringe. This man's a freaking predator, man. This guy needs to go to jail. Like, actually go to jail. You should not be this old going after a 17-year-old. Like, there's no excuse. Like, it's not hot at all. Like, there's no attraction at all between this. This is disgusting. Ew. I can't even say it out loud. Like, I could say it out loud, but I feel weirded out. I don't want to say it. Instead of sleeping with other women, he says to her, I'm sitting down here trying to talk myself out of going into your room and giving your teenage piece of behind, living in my house, a really long good night kiss. Ew, I'm so uncomfortable. Oh, hell no. I still have 7 pages left of this chapter. I guess technically this is spoilers. If you want to read this book, I'm gonna go into spoilers now. Pretty much, I'm almost halfway. Not quite, but a little less than halfway. almost 200 pages into this book. So I'm gonna get into spoilers right now and talk about what's going on, because it's gonna happen. It's bound to happen. I'm gonna probably be giving this a bit of a rant, you know, reaction, because what in the world? This is nasty. This book is nasty. Why does she have to be 17? Ew. Like, she could have been like 22. It would have been fine. Well, still weird, but like fine. Like, this is freaking weird. Like, he's kissing her right now. Ew. If you have adult sons that are older than the girl that you're currently with, something's wrong. Like, that's an actual weird thing to do. Okay, all right. So he stopped. He should have stopped long before this moment, because they were already doing things. Like, I don't understand. Is it supposed to be okay because they stopped? Because, like, it doesn't matter if they stopped. They were still doing things. Just because they don't go all the way doesn't mean it's all right. You know what I mean? Like, his hands were in places that it shouldn't have been, and it doesn't matter if he stopped. Because, like, obviously it does, but it doesn't. At the same time, like, it's already happened. He already did things. Like, this feels like it feels like I should not be reading this book. It feels like I'm wrong for reading this book, and I think I am. Like, I feel like my soul's dirty, you know? I've read some weird books, but anything in regards to, like, underage characters, or just, like, younger characters, especially female characters, because that's the most prominent thing I see in romance books with, like, younger women, it always has to be, like, very borderline weird, and I don't know why. Like, authors, all they have to do is age them up just a little bit. Like, come on, like, just a few years at least. Like, make her 20 if you want to really be taboo. Like, why does it have to be 17? The reason why he stopped is because he says, I'm your uncle. Like, this can't happen. I'm your uncle. Like, that's the problem. Like, first of all, you're her step uncle. Still weird, but that's, like, the secondary issue. The first issue is that she's 17 and you're, like, 38, 40 years old. Like, that's the biggest problem to me. What do you mean? Obviously that's an issue too, but they're both problems. But I think the bigger problem is the age. That's just my opinion. I mean, I think they're both weird, but that's the bigger issue in my opinion. So he's like, you're my uncle, and she says, you were never my uncle. Okay, let's go 2 pages back where it says Uncle Jake. She called him uncle, and then 2 pages later she says, you're not my uncle. Girl, make up your mind. There's so many characters that contradict each other. There's so many contradictions within this book. Like, you're not my uncle, or you're not my family, and then, oh, you're my family. I'm a woman, I'm not a girl. And then she's like, I'm a girl. Make up your mind, characters. Make up your mind. It's very annoying. I don't know. I don't find any attraction with a man that is interested in someone that's, like, a teenager. If a grown-ass man that has 2 adult children is interested in a younger girl, or, like, a young woman, something's wrong. Something is wrong. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. So it's just weird. So yeah, I cannot romanticize this relationship at all. Like, maybe with Noah, maybe even that's pushing it, but this is not gonna happen. I'm not allowing this to be okay in my brain. All right? Not in my brain. No. You have to protect younger women, because a lot of the time this stuff happens and they get groomed and they get manipulated, and I'm not gonna have that be okay with me. It's not gonna ever be okay. Even in a romance book, I'm not allowing that to be okay. Sorry. It's just my own opinion. I'm gonna keep reading it though. Okay? If it wasn't Jake, I would still be weirded out, but it wouldn't be as bad. But this is just weird. We got exhibit, like, W at this point. There's a part where Jake says, where is it? Okay, so Jake, the uncle, the adult uncle, says, I'm lonely and emotionally stunted, and you're the first woman I've been around long enough to get connected to in the past 20 years. He calls her a woman. He literally has been calling her a girl, like, this entire book. And then he'll go back to calling her a girl and a woman and a girl, and he'll call her a brat, and she'll say these things like, I'm gonna spank you, and like, ew, first of all. But, like, what? Is she a girl to you or a woman? Because in my opinion, she's a girl. Like, she's young. But he'll call her a woman in the next sentence. It's so frustrating and annoying. I can't do this. This book is getting me heated in the wrong way. Like, I'm not getting heated because of the smut. I'm getting heated because it's making me mad. Maybe it should not change. That should not change. That better not change, or else I'm really going to question myself. I don't know. I think anything with Jake and her is going to creep me out. The other 2, I still feel like it's going to creep me out, but not as much. So yeah, I'll find out. I'll find out soon enough. I kind of hate myself for saying this, but I don't hate Caleb. I do, to an extent, for what he's done and what he's going to do to Tiernan. But I kind of like Caleb. And that might change. That will change probably. I'm this far into it. I might change my mind. But I almost like him. I almost do. There's only a little pinch of me that likes him, okay? Like, the way he kind of, like, cares for her and stuff. Like, the way she, like, helped him with his cut on his lip, and he was, like, staring at her the entire time. I don't know, I kind of like it. I hate myself. I hate myself for this. But that might change. I might change my mind. We'll see what happens at the end of the book. All right. So I'm done my 100 pages for today. My quota has been reached. I'm officially on page 216, which is chapter 13. Yes, 13. I am almost halfway, not quite, but almost there. So far, technically, not much has happened in regards to the spice, which is kind of a relief. I think once I get to that, I'm going to really just hate it because it's going to just be constant, I feel like. But Tiernan is about to leave kind of like the mountains and everything and go back to her parents' funeral. And so I hope that there's going to be like a time skip of like a few months. Just because like I just can't handle this. I want her to just be 18, so that's a little less creepy, but it's still weird. Like it doesn't matter. Like I feel like it's gonna be on her birthday that they're gonna do something, and it doesn't make it okay. Like she's literally hours from being 18 years old. Like I know it's fiction, it's not real, but this stuff happens in real life, so it does kind of weird me out. I don't not find any romance in this, but hey, we're here, we're doing this, and I'm reading this book. If I didn't like it, I shouldn't be reading it. So it's my own fault, I know. But that being said, I will read more of this tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna have any B-roll. I'm gonna be playing D&D today, so it's not like I have much to really show you, but I will come back to you tomorrow and read another 100 pages. I do apologize if you can hear that rattling. That is one of my fans of my PC. I need to replace it, but that costs money. So for now, I'm gonna leave it. I do apologize, it's annoying, but here we are. Even though I kind of don't like aspects of it, it's really, really, really like easy to consume, and it's very easy for me to get 100 pages in. I usually struggle to read 100 pages at once, but I've just been like flying through it. So that's like the only plus so far. And again, Caleb, he has his good moments. I can't lie. Even Noah, the other guy, like the 20-year-old, he has his good moments too. But then they remind me that I don't really like them that much. So here we are. But anyway, I will come back to you soon and read another 100 pages and let you know how I feel and update you and give you thoughts and reactions and all that fun stuff. So yes, I will do that soon, and I'll see that in the next clip probably, or at least if I have any B-roll. If not, then you'll see it in the next clip. Well, hello. I'm in my bedroom right now, so it is nighttime. It is the 21st of Thursday. It's Thursday the 21st. My lighting is not very good in here. I do apologize. My lighting is behind me rather than in front of me, so it is rather bad. I do apologize for that, but I'm going to be reading Penelope Douglas, Credence, because my boyfriend is in the other room and he is talking on headset, and we do not need to hear him talking. No offense to him, but like, we don't need to hear that. And I'm going to be continuing Credence. I read a little bit while I was, you know, in the living room earlier. I didn't read much. I read an hour. So last thing we saw is that she actually went to her parents' funeral. Okay. And then like the next day she comes back to the guys. And I'm like, okay, so it didn't last very long. I kind of wanted it to be like a little bit longer, but she instantly showed up because she finds this to be her new home. And now they're all back together. But last I left off, it's her 18th birthday. It happened very quick. 18th birthday. She got gifts from them. I think Jake and Noah got her a crossbow or something, and then Caleb got her a belt that he kind of like designed himself, and it was actually pretty nice, but then he added like extra notches for her wrists. So you know what, it was sweet for a second, now it's not. But they also kind of did protect her. She went to a bar and they were being horrible to her, like the biker people, and Caleb was so cute. Like he like put his forehead to hers and then kissed her forehead and then started to beat them up, and I was like, okay. But I can't like him. I cannot like any of these people. This is so creepy. Like there's parts I start to realize, I'm like, oh my god, this is kind of cute. Then I realize maybe it's not. So I'm about to actually get to the part where they are finally back at the little hideaway house. You know, the winter is beginning. You know, it's like winter is coming. That's kind of how I feel about this book. It is now here, and I'm a bit afraid because now she's with Caleb and Noah alone, and Noah's like tickling her and stuff, and now he's about to pull her onto his lap. She just turned 18 hours ago. I kind of expected this to happen like the day of her birthday, but at the same time, like really it has to happen this fast. So I'm just going to continue this. I have a long ways to go. I would love to read this for the next like 2 hours. I really want to get this done by tomorrow. I don't think I'll have enough time. I'm kind of on a time crunch right now to get this video up. So I want to read this for the next 2 hours. It's almost 9 p.m. though. So we'll see how much time I have. But we're going to be reading this now, and I am afraid. I think everything's about to happen. I'm almost done chapter 16. So let's go and do that, and I will update you as I go and react to you and probably get a little bit heated again, but we'll try not to be too bad, okay? I'm gonna try not to be as bad. That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay, let's read this. Wait, what? Noah just put on a certain adult film with her in his lap. I am kind of ew. What? Oh god. I shouldn't be surprised, but for some reason I wasn't expecting it to be this quick. Okay, well, we're already having something's happening. I'm just speechless. You know, at this point, I'm just gonna keep reading it. There's nothing else I can do right now. The only reason why I'm not extremely disgusted is because Jake isn't here. Is it still weird? Yeah. But not as weird as it could be. Like, I know I'm weird. Okay, I know I am. But this could be way worse. And right now, I'm kind of just like, I've read worse than this book. Let me just be honest with you guys. I've read taboo romance before. This isn't that bad. She's 18 now, which, I mean, it's still gross because she just turned 18. But they're like 20, 21, and then like 23, 24. So it's still weird. Don't get me wrong. But it's not as bad as it should be. I mean, not only that, but like, I guess they are step cousins. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Every time I enjoy an aspect, I realize how weird it is. But then the parts of me still enjoy parts of it. It's really unfortunate, honestly. Speak of the devil, guess who showed up? Jake. To be honest though, he kind of stopped it, so that's probably for the best. But he's all like mad about it, and not only is he mad about it, but now Jake. He's something else. I mean, I obviously don't like the other aspect. I mean, okay, let's be honest with ourselves right now. Do I hate Caleb and Noah with her? If she was like not 17 when they met, maybe. I know there's still taboo aspects, but at least they're like close to her age, right? They're all within like 5 to 6 years from her age. I cannot get behind Jake. That's the uncle. Never. It could never happen. I will never be into it. The fact that he ruined this and now he's trying to be all like annoying with it. Ugh, please just get out of here. Move.
leave, get out of this. He should go out into the wilderness and freeze in the winter. That's the best scenario. That would be the best ending. I didn't realize that she chooses one of the people. Like, she chooses one of the guys. They all end up with her, but at the very end, she chooses one. I really hope it's one of the brothers, if anything. I mean, it's still kind of weird, but like, it would better be one of them and not Jake. I swear. Ew. Jake just called her princess. I'm gonna throw up. Why? Why does she keep calling him Uncle Jake? Well, well, well. It's only getting worse. So Jake is now with Tiernan alone in a truck while the guys walk away after a hunting excursion, and things are about to happen. It's going like really quick. Like the moment the snow started, it's like Jake just can't help himself. I don't know what's going on. There's no like gradual thing. It's just instantaneous. And so things are about to happen. I don't know what. I'm just gonna not even talk about that, what's about to happen, because I don't want to even know, honestly, myself. But he literally says to himself, please, someone stop me, please. And then he says to her, stop me, please. You're an adult man. You are a 40 or so, even if he's not, he's like 38, 39, 40, around that age. You're telling me you want someone to stop you? Buddy, you're old enough to stop yourself. You have enough in you. I don't care. It's just the fact that he's acting like this is something he can't control, like he can't help himself. You can. You can. You knew these feelings were happening months prior, even when she was 17, and now you're all like, I can't do this. Stop me. And he's not going to stop, obviously, because why would he do that? Jake and I, we're not friends. The other two, still strange, but you can be far away from me. Jake, though, no. It's like morbid fascination at this point, so I'm going to just keep going. It's only been a few seconds. I have a huge pet peeve with this book. This book loves to put little in front of everything, and it's actually kind of gross. It feels like this book is definitely like, oh, what's it called? Age play. Age play feels like it's definitely a thing in this book, because I'm not going to explain what that is. I'm not doing that on YouTube, but it feels like that in this book because he keeps saying like little blank. One of the guys called her little one. That's nasty, by the way. But like every time they mention her, like her little braids, I'm not even gonna say what this one says because this is inappropriate, but like little parts of her body. And he keeps saying little. And it's just a little bit creepy. A little creepy, you know? It's just a creepy kind of thing to add to a character who's 18 years old. It's just a little bit, you know, it's borderline strange. No, it is strange. Literally 2 seconds after I said that, literally right here, I want that piece of blank to hear his little girl scream my name. Help me. Okay, so he's currently doing something with the mouse, you know, and he literally said, from down there, he's chewing it gently. You don't chew it. Like, what? Is he eating it? Like, when people say to eat it, okay, that's one thing. But, like, to literally eat it? What? What? Wait, what? What? They're just gonna go all the way? What? This is so random. I'm not even, like, that weirded out. I'm just surprised and disappointed. Like, there's such a huge amount of buildup. It's almost 300 pages it took for us to get to this point, and we're at that point, and it's just, like, sudden. Like, there's no buildup. I mean, I guess there technically was build-up, but like it didn't feel like it was enough. Like, this is just so random. Also, the amount of times he says little is really annoying now, and also she called him Uncle Jake in the throes of passion. I don't like this at all. Like, just a little bit of heads up, I actually grew up with my uncle living in the household of me and my family my entire life. He still lives with my family when I moved out, and he still does today. So like, I can't do this. The whole like uncle thing, I don't know what I even thought. Why did I read this book? It's my own fault, you know, but it's just wrong. I'm getting a little bored, alright? She even says 5 times in 12 hours. 5 times in 12 hours. This is her first time doing this. That would hurt. I'm just gonna be honest, that would hurt. Also, ew, look what he says. I don't think you want to know what it says, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You have to listen to it. Ready? If I had to read it, you have to listen to it. Jake is referring to her father because they gave guardianship to him, which was a mistake, clearly. And Jake says, turns out that blankin' prick did something right. He gave you to us, our little princess, ours, all ours. Ew, that's nasty. Also, the other two haven't even done anything yet because he's been hogging her, and I'm so bored. I want to skip these scenes. Like, I don't want to hear about this. I don't want to see Jake and her. Ew, it's just creepy, and I just don't like Jake. If all three of them, I'm gonna be sick. No father should see his sons like that, and no brother should see each other like that either. Or no son should see their father like that. All right, quick update. I am on page 307, and honestly, I actually don't like, okay, I don't hate Noah. I think Noah has some redeeming qualities. I don't know. If she had to choose any of them right now, I think Noah is the healthiest. He's not perfect. Let me just say that. And also, step cousin. That's the biggest problem. I'm just saying, if I had to choose one of the three, again, lesser of evils, it would be Noah right now. Because Noah's actually kind of cute. Like, he like tickles her. I don't think she likes it, but like, they have like this like cute interaction once in a while, and I find it endearing. So again, I don't really like it. Sometimes I realize what I'm reading and then I stop enjoying it. That's kind of how I feel. Ew. I need to tell you one more quote. So right now Jake is not here. He's gone, which means that his sons, Noah and Caleb, are alone with Tiernan. And you know what that means. They're finally getting their chance to pounce, unfortunately. They're doing things together, which is weird. Like, they're in the same room, taking turns, which is wild because I have siblings. I would get actual nausea if I saw that. So I don't know how they're just dealing with this and they're okay with it, but here we are. I know it's a fantasy, but at least it's fictional. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'll be completely honest with you. Are there parts I don't hate? Yes. But I cringe at most of the parts. And this is one of those quotes I need to read to you that I did cringe at. Noah calls her a good girl, which is, you know, some people hate. But then she says to herself in her own head, he knows I'm not a good girl. I'm a bad one. I'm their bad one. I just had to stop at that one and just think to myself, what am I reading? It's almost midnight and I've been reading for 2.5 hours today just so I can get this done on time. And I'm questioning everything. I think I'm getting numb to this because I'm not even shocked anymore. I'll probably also be on sprints soon. So in the next few clips, I'll be sprinting, like doing reading sprints. But I'm just gonna finish this scene so I can go to bed and just hopefully forget about it. Ew. That's disgusting. No thank you. Well, hi, Woody, howdy. It is the next day, as you saw in the last clip. It is the 22nd. I'm almost done this book. I have a little over 100 pages left in this book, and the amount of times these guys have been wanting to get her pregnant is gross. Like, every single one of them want to. I don't know about Jake, I really hope not, but I definitely know that the two guys have said it, like Noah and Caleb, and it's a choice. It's very interesting. We had one Caleb chapter, and you know how I said I kind of liked Caleb? I don't know anymore, okay? I like Noah. If I had to choose one of them now, it would be Noah. I think I already mentioned that, but like, I liked Caleb at first, and I find him to be interesting, and like, I want to know more about him, but oh my gosh. So she ended up going into Noah's room, and Caleb got really jealous, and like, destroyed, she was working on painting and working on, like, I think it was like a wardrobe, like a dresser, and he just destroyed it and broke it and put it on fire because he was upset and jealous that she was in Noah's room, and she didn't even do anything with him. She literally laid with him because he, prior to that, was being really, really rough with her, and she ran out of his room and went with Noah, and then Caleb got mad about it. What? So Caleb is way too volatile, and also Jake is literally trying to tell her, like, it's not really his fault. Like, that's how he deals with his emotions because of his past. And we also find out his past wasn't even, like, okay, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like, he was just locked in a car for 4 days, and his mother forgot about him because she didn't care about him enough, and he was in a car for 4 days and barely survived at 4 years old. So I understand, that's very traumatic, but it doesn't excuse everything that he's been doing right now. He's just horrible to her, and I don't know, it's just really hard to read. I really hope if I had to choose between all of them, it would be Noah right now. I feel like it could be Noah or Caleb. It feels like Penelope Douglas is trying to make it Caleb, but I don't know. I just feel unsure and a little bit uncomfortable because, I don't know, Caleb needs a lot of maturity. I know he went through some stuff, but this man needs maturity. So I have a little over 100 pages. They've been just going at it constantly, individually, mostly at this point, and I'm over it. So let's just get to the end of this because I just want to see what happens. I want to see what happens at the end of this book, who ends up together, because I'm curious at this point. So let's go and do that. Okay, so these are Caleb's notes, but like, this does not excuse his behavior. This is very sweet, but it does not excuse his behavior. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, they find Caleb. Caleb ran away after he did that stupid thing, and I'm sorry about all the noises. And he's like, I love you, Caleb. I love you. And then she says, let's fight, laugh, and make babies someday. Well, she says that in her head, but what? She like says that she loves him? What's happening? This is just so random and fast. I don't understand. It's just too quick.
I am sitting in front of my shelves, which means I am finished Credence by Penelope Douglas. As you can probably imagine, I didn't love this book. I'm not going to talk about spoilers anymore, so this is like a non-spoiler kind of review recap of how I felt about the book overall. And let's just say I didn't feel very strongly toward it. Mostly not strong in a good way, mostly in a bad way. Overall, I gave this a 2 stars. I was gonna give it 2.5, but then I realized why would I do that? So I decided to give it a 2 instead. I finished this book yesterday, and let me just say, first of all, I mean, sure, there's a romance technically between step-uncle and step-cousins, and yes, that is a problem and that is weird. I think the biggest problem though was the fact that she started off at 17. I don't really see the point in that. The author is an adult, a full-grown adult, is writing about a 17-year-old with her like 40-year-old uncle. Why? There's no reason for this. Like, I know that technically don't go all the way, but still. So just because there's like laws, legal laws about an 18-year-old being with a 40-year-old, just because it's legal doesn't mean it's right, okay? So I don't care if technically they waited until she was 18. It was weird, and they still did things almost, and it was just a lot. So there were still things done while she was 17. Even if it wasn't, you know, all the way, that doesn't make it all right, okay? That's just my opinion. Also, the sudden shift in this book is so random. I don't like it at all. So you know on the back of the book, Tiernan, the main character, she chooses one of the guys out of the 3. So she ends up with one of her family members. It's interesting. But anyways, she ends up with one of them, and it is such a sudden shift. It doesn't even really kind of warm you up to it. It kind of just like happens. She just decides, you know what, I think I love this one, and that's it. And it's like, there's no real actual build up, and she just stops sleeping with the other 2 suddenly without reasoning, and they're just okay with it, which is like so random to me. It feels like she just sleeps through them all just so that she can kind of like come to terms with herself, and I just find that weird. We start off with Tiernan grieving her parents because they pass away in the beginning of the book, and she moves in with Noah, Caleb, and Jake. She moves in with them, and so you see that she kind of like tries to come to terms with it herself and kind of goes through this process of trying to accept what happened to her and accept everything that has happened and what will happen in the future. And it feels like she uses the guys to like get over a lot of things or like discover herself, which I feel like is really problematic, because even though she says in the book that she has full control over herself and the fact that she is sleeping with them, she's like, oh, this is my choice. This is completely on my end. It's not your fault. I'm doing this for myself. I'm not doing this whatever. I don't believe it. Like, if you're going through this much stuff, you're clearly using, you know what, to get away from it, especially when you're with like your 40-year-old step-uncle. Like, what in the world? It's so creepy. I hate it so much. Like, Jake needs to go to jail. I hate Jake with a burning passion. This man is disgusting. No man around the age of 40 should be at all looking at a 17-year-old like that. It is so creepy to me. I just can't handle it. Like, I hate. It's my biggest pet peeve in romances. I don't care if it's a taboo romance. I don't mind taboo romances. I've read taboo romance before. But the moment you have a character that's underage or almost underage, even if she was like 18, it's still weird, okay? Morality is better than the law. Like, if the law says this is okay, doesn't mean it's okay, because we know the government is a little bit messed up. So we don't always listen to the government. We listen to our own morality. In my opinion, this is wrong. And so I hated it. I hate the aspect of it. I hated Jake. Some people that liked this book liked Jake. All I have to say is why? Like, if he was with like a 20-something-year-old, maybe. But anyway, whatever, it's fine. Then we also have Noah. Noah is technically my favorite one. He was like the 20-year-old one. At first, I wasn't sure how I felt about him. Yeah, he still has problems. If I had to choose one, though, if I had to choose one, I had no choice, it would be Noah. Because at least Noah has some redeeming qualities, and so I would choose Noah if I had to. And then Caleb, I thought I liked Caleb at first, and then I realized I just don't, because he doesn't really communicate very well, for obvious reasons when you read the book, and it's so easy to just like text or write a note or use sign language or something. If you really can't communicate, just use a bunch of different forms of ways to do it. But instead he has temper tantrums and he gets upset like a child, and I don't really see the appeal in Caleb at all. I thought at first maybe I did, but I feel like the only reason why Tiernan likes Caleb is because he's like mysterious and he doesn't really like talk much or, you know, at all. So it's just really annoying to me that like Caleb was this interesting character when he wasn't really that interesting. I feel bad for him what happened to him, but also like it doesn't excuse everything that he's doing. It's just dumb. It's pretty much a bully romance with Caleb. He's just not really kind to her. People also say that he constantly tries to force himself on her, which I actually do believe is true. When he first meets her, he does. Just an interesting dynamic overall. But I think the reason why I kind of just really didn't like it is because the second half of the book, like even the first half of the book, Like, I will say, at least the first half of the book was getting me intrigued. I was reading this very fast. I usually don't read just 100 pages at once in one sitting. I was able to do that with this book. So that's one good sign. That's why I didn't give it like a 0 stars. But the second half of the book was just so sudden and random. The fact that she just decides to fall in love with one of them, and then like the actual romance itself between those characters is just not my favorite. Removing all the taboo aspects, the actual book itself wasn't that great. And even like the smut scenes weren't that great in my opinion. It's like, I don't know, some of them were okay, but I don't know. I mean, I will say one good thing is that the uncle was not with his sons in the same room at any point in time. So that is at least a benefit. The brothers though, that's another case. But like, Jake was not in the same room as Noah and Caleb while they were doing things. And I will have to say that I am so relieved, because I would have been so creeped out if that actually ended up happening. Honestly, didn't hate it as much as I could. It was still interesting. I was cringing constantly. But you know what? It's not the worst book I've ever read. I actually read worse than this. Another Step Uncle romance. I hated that with a burning passion. Didn't hate this one as much. So you know what? It could have been worse. I'll say it could have been worse. That's how I felt about Credence. 2 stars is pretty much, I think, the same as Corrupt. So I don't think Penelope Douglas is really on my radar for the most part. I'm not going to be reading Birthday Girl. I know people told me like Punk 57 or something. I don't know. I feel like Penelope Douglas has to write adults and stop writing teenagers. Thank you. That would be nice. I'm just tired of reading very young women being, in my opinion, manipulated or groomed by adult men. So I'm not really interested in that. I don't think I'm reading from her anymore unless she has adult books where there's just adult characters. Maybe, but other than that, I'm just not picking up her books anymore. So technically, I guess I did fail in this project. I'm not surprised I didn't like this book. I kind of expected not to like it, so that's not that surprising to me. But I will say, I was surprised I liked that Love Hypothesis as much as I did. I keep sitting on this and I keep thinking, well, not literally, obviously, but I keep thinking about this book. Like, I really enjoyed this book, and the movie's coming out or like in production, and the little casting is really good. And I'm actually kind of excited about it. So this book is actually definitely worth the hype in my opinion. For me, I know not everyone will agree with me, and that's fine. But like for me personally, The Love Hypothesis was so much fun. It's just a simple, easy read. I loved Adam, like the way he was with her. So cute. Credence though, no. This book is going back to the library. Well, they're both going back to the library. But this one deserves a gold star. This one deserves, I wouldn't say the trash. It deserves to be donated. And I feel bad, actually maybe not, because no one really deserves to read this book. They could take it back at the library. I don't want this anymore. But this book, definitely enjoyed. Again, I don't know if I want to read any more from Ali Hazelwood. Let me know what you would recommend for me if I enjoyed this book. I know there's other books in like STEM and science, and I'm not sure if I want to read them right away. But if there's any books that you recommend that you enjoy by Ali Hazelwood, please let me know. I want to try them. And that is all for my video. I didn't really do much. I mean, I pretty much just stayed home the past week. I did play some D&D. I also did go to the gym. Today is Tuesday. I went to the gym on Friday and I was so sore for like 3 days. I couldn't even move. So I did go to the gym. I have not went on a walk by myself, but I did go on a walk yesterday with my boyfriend. So I'm trying to be a bit more active, like I mentioned earlier. I'm doing a little bit better. At the gym, I did an hour and a half and I was on the treadmill for an hour. I have the thing, it was like a 1-second video because I was scared to film in the gym because I don't like filming in the gym. I don't want to be like having anyone in the background and stuff, but I did a really good job. So I'm hoping I can go back and go on walks because this week is going to be so nice. The fall weather is starting and I'm so excited about it. So I am doing a little bit better in my life. Not really doing much else though, so I have no footage of me doing anything interesting for this video, sorry. But also, at least I got some reading done, and that's pretty much what matters with reading vlogs, so I guess that counts for something. But I'm gonna end the video off here. If you want to leave an emoji down below, put any type of like science emoji, like germ, cell, DNA, beaker? I'll say beacon, not a beacon. A beaker, anything in regards to science if you want to for The Love Hypothesis, because this book actually did deserve my time, other than Credence, but it deserves it. So yeah, if you want to leave an emoji down below, you can do that if you want to. But if not, thank you so much for being here and watching up to this point. I appreciate you guys so much. This is a very late video. I do apologize. I didn't have the time to read Credence. It's a 500 and something page book and I didn't have the time to read it this weekend. So that means I have my TBR video upcoming this weekend. I should be up on Saturday if I'm lucky. So look forward to that on the 30th if you were excited about it. I love my TBR videos, so I will be putting that up in just a few days, so you will see that very shortly. With that being said, have a great day. Hopefully your books for the end of August will treat you well, and I hope to see you all soon. Goodbye, everyone.